And we are live. Yay! Everyone clap. Woohoo! I am... My name is Mariana, and I want to welcome you to our first broadcast to bring you health benefits or health tips and nutrition tips and fitness and personal growth all in one. And I have Tom Perkins here with me and Paul Farmer, and they're going to be joining me for the next week. For this week, we're going to be doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to bring different topics for the week. So, Tom, I know you have a lot of background in the fitness business, and you've been a coach advisor and a speaker and author. Long list I found online, actually, that I was not aware of. You're also a certified personal trainer and a fitness nutritionist, so we're real excited to have you here. And then Paul as well. Oh my gosh, you have like all kinds of different certificates, and I think you have a degree in kinesiology, a full teaching credential, and you have such a diverse background. It's incredible. The performance enhancement specialist, corrective exercise specialist. I mean, certified personal trainer. I mean, it's pretty crazy. So I'm so excited I was able to get you guys together and just kind of bring some sort of help to the people that are out there and just don't know what to do sometimes, or just need a little bit of a hold on. Paul, can you mute yourself for just a minute, as I'm hearing my voice in the background? Thanks. So oh, did it work? Or maybe it's Tom. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, sorry, Tom. That was you. I think you can just unmute yourself or start talking when you're ready. But so today we're going to talk about health. There's a difference between health and wellness, and sometimes people aren't really aware of that. There are a couple of things that I found that divide the two into two different categories. I mean, pretty much they're pretty much the same in their perspective, but wellness can bring a little bit more to the table sometimes. Tom, do you want to start off and maybe just kind of give what you feel health is to you? And then we can unmute you somewhere. Or maybe if you just start talking, it will work.
Okay, there it goes, yeah.
There it goes.
Now, what was your question? What was your question?
What is health to you? So in your experience, what have you felt that health has brought you, or what your definition of health is?
My definition of health would be more total body health, which is, mind, body, spirit. So you have your body, and you want to be able to, at least for me, I want to be able to, stay in as good a shape as I can.
Mm-hmm.
I know as I've gotten older, I'm not, my goal is to be active the rest of my life, whether I'm 70, 80, or 90.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to walk and do some type of activity, so having to make sure that I stay active, do some type of exercise, even if it's just walking, because, to be honest with you, I don't feel like working out all the time sometimes. I'm just being honest. I think that's where most people are at, so I just want to stay active. I do some type of, different intense workouts at times. I tend to for me, I like more, biking and hiking and sailing, skiing, things like that, dancing. Years ago I used to just go to the gym and do powerlifting and take spinning and Thai boxing and boot camp and all that stuff like that. And now, as I've gotten older, it's more so the body components I talked about. The mind is, personal development and meditation. And then the soul is like working on, who I am as a person and my values and things like that. So like right now I'm doing this 21-day like detox cleanse program to rid everything, get my pH back in balance, to get used to eating again. I eat really healthy foods, but my weakness is desserts. So I want to cut out the sugar and stuff like that.
Mine too.
Yeah. And so it's really interesting having to prepare the foods and everything, and taking the supplements that I'm taking for the 21 days. And I know coming out of it that it'll be good for me, but I'll get back on track, get everything balanced out. And then at the same time, what it does, it's going to help me, as I go forward and get back into a more intense, like a workout regimen. And at the same time, I started doing some work on my inner being. I've been doing some Reiki. I've been going to a Reiki master the last 2 Saturdays, and that's helped to. Excuse me.
What's the Reiki?
Reiki is like it's a healing art. Like it's a massage that they just put their hands on your chakras. You have all these 5 chakras in your body, and it clears blockage. It can clear emotional blockage. It can clear abundance blockages. Different things like that. So I've done that 2 Saturdays in a row. I've been working with another healer over the internet and telephone to clear some things too. So for me, I'm taking July to just like a sabbatical or a retreat to get my whole mind, body, and spirit back in balance. So
it's awesome.
To me, that's what health is. Everybody has certain things they want to work on, but there's so many things out there that we can do for ourselves, and a lot of it doesn't involve a ton of money. So that's what I'm doing for my health right now.
Awesome. Paul, how about you? What do you feel health is to you?
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Since we're talking about health and wellness and kind of the differences or if there's similarities or whatever we're talking about here, I just want to talk about health right now. So when I go back, I don't know why, but for some reason this picture stuck in my mind. Since high school, I learned I think it was like it was either 9th or 10th grade health class or whatever. It was a triangle, and basically physical, social, and mental. There were 3 points, and if one of those points became unbalanced, and you weren't considered being healthy, so to speak, you have those 3 components: the physical, the mental, and the social. So let's say someone has a physical, they're working out all the time, but they don't have the social. So they're not, by that definition, not exactly healthy. Also, health is more meant to be kind of mean free of disease and injury, although that could, like the disabled, that's not necessarily the exact definition, I don't think. I mean, I think we have to allow for disabled, just because they can't do certain things because they're disabled doesn't mean they're not healthy. I think health is more about treatment. It's more about treatment than, wellness is a little different. I don't know if we're going to go into wellness. We're going to wait on that a little bit, but I feel like the wellness is more of an overall kind of, we want to it's an ongoing thing, where health is more of, let me prescribe this medication for you to eliminate the disease. So I think we can really mix those up pretty easily. I think they're both important. I think they're both probably go together in some way. That's how we say health and wellness. For me, personally, I kind of weigh more on more on the wellness side, because that's an overall thing, and I think we'll go over that a little more in just a few minutes here, so I'll hold off on that. But when it comes to health, I think it's more doctors are prescribing medications to eliminate diseases. So it's a little like wellness. When I look into wellness, there are 6 components of wellness, and with health, it's just absence of disease. And wellness, health is also having a quick mental state, being in good. So, I mean, that's pretty much what I have on health. When we go to wellness, I'll add some things to that.
Cool. Yeah, and I think when I looked up, I was doing a little bit of research, and I found the World Health Organization defines health as like a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. It's not just the absence of disease or infirmity, to that matter, but it does bring a little more besides like the other components that a lot of people define it as. But I mean, and that's cool. Like, I think it's important to know what the differences are. Maybe, like, I don't know. To me, health is making sure that physically I'm able to do the things that I want to do. I can go and pick up a box and not kill myself. Bring it up the stairs without being in pain the next few hours, and and also making sure that nutrition-wise I get the food that I need. So like being physically fit, having the nutrition that I require to be physically fit. But yeah, I think it's just a matter of taking that to ourselves and seeing what it is that we define as health or as healthy. I think different people, organizations have their own definitions, of course. So that's why I wanted to ask the two of you what you think that health is, or what you feel that health is to you, so that we can settle that and kind of move on. So, like, the differences between health and wellness, do you feel like there's anything different? Or I know, Tom, you kind of mentioned that spirituality and feeding your soul has a lot to do with what you feel health is. Do you feel that there's something different between health and wellness, or do you feel that it's kind of in the same?
I feel that wellness is a component of health, but that's just my opinion.
Okay. Paul? Now, Paul's a little delayed. We're trying to fix that.
Basically, when it comes to wellness, I think wellness is kind of where we want to be, more so because I feel that wellness is more overall. It's just it's an ongoing thing. It's a lifestyle, basically. So we're hitting all the components that we need to be hitting: intellectual, social, environmental, and spiritual. And it's a little more in depth than just the health definition. Wellness, I believe, aims at general well-being, and it's more about preventing the disease instead of eliminating it. It's more about prevention. So, I mean, I feel it's important to, I think it all goes together. I mean, if you have your physical health, you got to be working on your mental. Based on the definition of health by itself, I mean, free of disease, good state of mind, and getting into the environmental health. I mean, someone could maybe be smoking and not have any issues, but does that mean they're healthy? And that's an environmental aspect. So when you're talking about wellness, you're talking about, free from anything that's like uh, going to have you addicted, I guess.
Okay.
Free of addictions, pretty much. I mean, like the addiction to sugar, addiction to caffeine, just any kind of addiction, you know. And then you got to have, the mental health, you got to have the right state of mind, and spiritual is important, and I think that's what we're going to be going over in this hangout, because we realize it all goes together. You got to have it all. If you just have, if all you're doing is working out, you're missing some components. You're not balanced, and you need to have all these aspects. The social, the intellectual, the mental, environmental, and the spiritual. So I think for me, I think wellness is where we should be. I'm not about prescription drugs, and especially when there are things you can do to prevent those problems, in the first place. And it just takes a little bit of effort, but it's definitely doable. It's definitely doable. So that's where I'm at on it. It's prevention. It's a lifestyle change, a choice, a decision. Yeah, that's what I have on the wellness. So I mean, that's what I practice. I practice the wellness side more than the health side. I think that's very important, just to be that well-rounded individual, and I feel that's what people should be striving to be.
Right, and I think that's what's cool about the hangouts that we're going to be doing. Like you said, we're going to be touching on all of these pretty much. I think Mondays we're going to be dedicating to nutrition and health and wellness, and nutrition and health. And then what did we decide? I think Wednesdays are motivation and like self-growth and feeding the mind. Yeah. And then Fridays we're going to be focusing on fitness. So it should be really good. I'm really excited about this. I have a couple of topics already set for the next 2 weeks, so it should be really cool. Is there anything else that you guys want to add, or just want to hang out on a Monday morning?
Yeah, I mean, Paul was pretty clear. I mean, to me also, health to me refers more to the body, your physical body, and being free from diseases. But overall health is more of a balance that you're going to do for your whole life. So, like what Paul said, the physical, the social, could be spiritual, emotional, intellectual. All those things are really what wellness is about. But wellness also means, like what Paul said, getting a balance and doing it throughout, our whole lives.
Right.
Where health might be, like you want to lose weight or you want to lower your blood pressure. And then once we do that, you might be considered healthy. But at the same time, like health is a goal, but wellness is more so of like a lifetime of continually working on things to keep us balanced.
Right. And I was reading somewhere, I can't remember where, that the way that society is kind of leaning towards is more towards the wellness approach. Leading healthier lifestyles and being more productive and doing these things, they're having fewer absences from work. And I guess this is something that I think it was the American Medical Association or the Journal of American Medical Association that they were making these. They studied this, and I guess it's becoming they're seeing a decline in medical visits and medical visits for minor illnesses as well as others. So I have a great, or not really I guess it's the wrong way to put it. I feel like the better approach is to take more like a well-rounded approach, like you guys are saying, wellness, feeding your mind, your spirit, finding that balance between everything that life is about. Choices that we might make sometimes, don't create that balance. But I think it's a matter of, like you guys say, healthy lifestyle choices and taking charge of that to be consistent in self-care. It really helps to create that balance. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's balance for sure. You know, and there are people out there that they work out nonstop, but you know, they're falling on they're not coming up. They're not balanced on some of the other things. So just because you work out all the time, just because you're at the gym all the time, doesn't mean you're, you know, a healthy person.
Right.
I mean, I know when I was training, I mean, some of the stuff those guys did, I mean, I would not consider it healthy. I mean, go out pretty much every night after work and just getting plastered, you know? It's like, I don't know how healthy that is, you know?
Right.
I don't think that's very balanced, is what I'm saying. It's not a very, it's on the surface, they look healthy, but, you know, inside, environmentally, socially, all these things, not so much. So
Yeah, I'm sure you guys
I
have
think
lots
it's
of
just
stories.
important to understand that it is an overall balance. It's not just one thing. We're focused on wellness, like you said. It's a lifestyle change. It's an ongoing, throughout life decision. You know, it's something that it's something that becomes a habit that, you know, we strive to do, and you know, so you got to be aware of all these different things. I mean, you want to be growing as an individual. You want to be, you know, reading books that are going to stimulate your mind, and 'cause it's all connected. The brain is connected. You know, it's all connected.
Yeah. Great.
And like you said, environmental, you know, you throw that in there and it changes everything, you know. Or if you have someone that just is not social, is not around any friends, doesn't have anything going on, I mean, that's not really very healthy either. So,
Yeah, then you get into depression and all those other things.
well, I mean, humans are social animals, you know, just how we're wired. We're wired that way. So we have to be around other people. If you isolate yourself, that's when you fall into depression and, like you said, you know, just hopelessness, so to speak.
Right.
Of course, there are people that can be more isolated for, you know, short periods of time, but it's not good to do it for a long period of time.
Yeah.
We need some kind of community.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, if you guys don't have anything else to say, we can go ahead and say goodbye for today. I was trying to see if there was anything else that I can ask you guys. So any last tips or quotes or anything to feed us?
No, I think that's good for me.
Okay, cool. Then we will go ahead and end the broadcast now. Everybody who's watching, if you're seeing this as a recorded video, be sure to check out the next one. We're going to be talking about having a plan and making that into a goal, taking your dreams and finding out what it is you want to do with those. So come back on Wednesday and we will be here again. So we'll see you guys later. Wave, Paul.